how much information are we really able to glean from these videos? I don't know anything about aviation, anything more than a couple of G.I. Joe toys when I was a kid. So when I'm looking at those videos, there's obviously like lines and sights on the video to help us understand how large it is, how fast it's going, stuff like that. I assume that's what those lines are for. How much information did we really pull from this? Do we know how big they were? Do we know how fast they were going? I mean, is it possible that it really was just sort of a misdiagnosed drone?
I did my broadcast today's Friday. 2 days ago, there was my Kara-Kittrick memory for me. 2 days ago, I had a broadcast, and I had a researcher come on, and he confirmed what I think, and they're not drones, which does not mean they're alien. They're simply not drones, right? Because drones generally don't exhibit flight characteristics that are above and beyond the capabilities of manned aircraft. In other words, you wouldn't accept a drone to be able to keep up with, say, an F-16. That'd be unreasonable.
Right. Well, that's what I'm first getting at. When we look at it, my understanding is so limited that I don't look at it and automatically go, oh, yeah, that's something an aircraft could never do. I just see something flying by and they're sort of tracking it and following it and saying, whoa, what is that? It's going fast. But, have we analyzed that to the point where we can say, yeah, that thing is going fast and that thing should not be able to do that?
Researchers and some of which are not in this field really, more highly qualified than I am, have made the determination that, this thing was displaying characteristics that were above and beyond what we can attain now, which still might suggest secret apparatus, military apparatus. We all know that things have been developed and aren't known to the public for decades after that. So after they become operational. So there's data on the video that can be analyzed, and I haven't been able to. I'm not privy to looking at that kind of stuff. But from a standpoint of the way the pilots were vocalizing their emotions, the way they were reacting, when you listen to the audio in some of these videos, these pilots who are highly trained military personnel were reacting like they were seeing something that they had never seen before. They were thrown away. They were blown away by the speed and maneuverability of what they were witnessing, which some people will immediately go to alien. They immediately make that jump.
Right.
And could it be that? Certainly it could be. Likely, probably not. I mean, but it makes more sense from a researcher standpoint to embrace and investigate the more likely explanation before you get to the exotic, which means military apparatus, misidentification, something terrestrial in nature other than something from 44 light years away. So researchers that are more highly trained in certain specific disciplines have looked at the video, and it's suggestive of something unidentified that is not a drone. So that's about as far as they've gone so far. So
in these videos and in the community, basically, in the UFO community mostly, I've heard it referred to as one of them is the Tic Tac video and stuff like that. So Tic Tac, immediately makes me wonder about size. And, this was kind of following my other question earlier about the speed and relation. Do we really have any grasp of how big it is? I'm under the impression that it's not big enough to be manned.
Yeah, that's the question I have too. Yeah, it's not large enough of a structured object to have a crew. It seems to suggest something operating remotely,
right,
or on its own, but it's not manned. It's on automatic or something. So yeah, that's the impression I get too. That it's not of a substantial enough size to have people, or I should say people. I got to include extraterrestrial because it's possible you don't have any occupants operating the object. So that seems to suggest it's not very substantial in size. What that means, I have no idea. But it's interesting, yeah.
Welcome to the